Good morning, Sonia. Good morning, everybody. How are you? I'm on early today because I've got things to do later on. I have changed the direction on my screen a little bit because I need to be a tad bit more comfortable painting. I could not reach my easel very easily, so I said, you know what, let's just move it. Hey, Maisie, what's going on? So we had to get a different direction just a little bit. Let's go ahead and grab the big brush. Put a little bit of water on that. Hopefully you guys can see. It's probably going to wash out a little bit, but hopefully you guys can see that. If I need to, I can turn off that light above my head to get you down just a tiny bit. Now, I'm going to apply this Elmer's glue looking stuff. It's actually a matte medium. And usually you put it in your paint, but I'm actually going to add a tiny bit of water to this stuff just to test what it's going to do. Normally you try to just apply it in your paint and kind of stretch out the time it takes for your paint to dry. Water's probably terrible for it. I didn't really read directions. I've been using it a few times in the past, but it's been a very long time. Hey, how are you? So let's just... Good morning, Madonna. How are you? I went on a little earlier to maybe give some other people on the other parts of the world a chance to stop in, because normally I paint late, as of late. I know it messes up a few other people, but we're not sure what kind of color we're having here. Let's maybe turn that just a tiny bit. Let's see if we can get that color to come back a little. Maybe a little bit. Oh, I'm just tired. I'll be right here. Just working or tired from spending half the night teaching Sonia how to paint flowers? I watched. I think I was too far away, did you? Well, this brush might be just a tiny bit wet still, but we'll just go with it. Just touch it. Just to knock out those brush lines. Just to take away the little marks that we were. Now we'll just put in some round ones instead, right? That's okay. We'll just kind of move that on in there, see what we can do. Set that aside for a minute. We'll go with a tiny bit more white. It's a craft white, it's just craft paint. We'll just apply that down there. Today it will be probably trees and mountains, but we're not quite sure yet. I think I need to turn my heat on just a tiny bit more. It's only, I don't know, 11 degrees or something today. It's not exactly warm. Not that that's an unusual temperature for me, but well, there you go. Get the supervisor position, Sonia. I'll just kind of go like that. And we'll just kind of work it up that way just a tiny bit. I'll kind of buff that in there. Kind of take the white and move it on up into the blue a little. And vice versa. Blue down into the white. Just going to kind of move the paint around. Figure out what that little spot is and get that off there. And kind of bring that down. And while we're at it, we'll put in some more white down here. Just slapping right here. Something like that. We're not too worried about it. We're going to be painting some stuff right there, but I want to be able to put a little bit of paint down there, a little medium, just to kind of stretch it around a little bit. I get all those little black spots along my painting, like birds everywhere. I actually think it's fibers from my brush. We'll do that type of deal. Basically, what you see up there on the screen is kind of really what it is. It's really, really white and light blue. We're going to put a little darkness in there. We're going to grab our smaller little blender brush here that my friend Madonna sent me. And I'm going to grab just a tiny touch of, I know it's going to sound weird, but I'm going to grab a tiny touch of brown. So it's raw umber, and I'm going to put it in my blue. And we're going to just kind of work that in right here. Maybe sort of shape. We're not going to try too hard. Hey Rob, what's going on? I don't know what that bang was. Probably Nick's laundry. Oh, I don't know. Maybe something right in here. Yep, I think I'm going to save that. See if we can kind of just a little bit right in there. Hi, Jessica. I don't know, maybe a little something right in here. Like so. I'm just not stressed about it. We want a little transition in here, though. A little transition down in there. We're just kind of blend these all in. Rob, you be careful over there, man. You got some weird stuff going on over your part of the world. We're not just talking about the stuff with your queen. That's pretty weird as it is. But sounds like the cat got on the counter. That ought to really make somebody wind up upstairs. There, so we got a little, just toss a little bit of that dark in here. Maybe a little bit up here, maybe, kind of type of thing. And we're going to use this brush. No. We're going to use this brush because we want this strange. We're going to just work the textures in, you know. Type of deal. We're going to just work this brush up into this one. Kind of go off the page type of deal. I'll work that down in there like that. And just kind of pull these down. Don't panic. Those are not finished products. Those are just bases for my mountain that are sitting right there. Now I'm going to grab that same brush, just rinsing it off, but it's going to be wet now. And we're going to just kind of take out the bottom, turn it all gray, kind of, sort of. We're going to have to do it with the other hand, because it needs to be a little faster or it's going to dry on me, and left hand doesn't like to go this direction. It really hates to be put in circles. I don't know why. It just seems to have a real problem with it. All right. Hey, Shane. We're just gonna fluff this out. Hi, Aurora. How are you? You also be careful over there. And I'll just kind of bring that down like that. Do that number in there. Oh, kind of bring these in. Just easing that color. I'm thinking it's a little brighter over there than it is over here, so we'll just kind of ease this in. Hey, Naj. Hey, Naj, how are you? We'll grab a little bit of the blue, slip it over there. Touch of white, and I'll grab this here white, light blue color. Hi, Asafros, how are you? And rinse that brush off. Kind of a mixed. Could do this with a palette knife, I guess, but Just want that little dark in there. You know, you got to bring in that little bit of light too. So we're kind of doing a little both at the same time here. You know, got the dark side down in here. A little brown, a little blue. Excuse me for 1 second. Gotta clear my throat. Yep. One of those days, you know. I'm just gonna bring that up in there. Type of deal. Bring that down in there like that. Keep your brush kind of a little flat, and it'll actually put out these little textures over here, which is good. You're good. The textures are good, you know. Kind of gives you an illusion of some maybe foliage or rocks or something, you know. We're working one mountain at a time, and I have a little bit of matte medium in here so I can stretch my dry time just a tiny bit. And I'm just going to tap that in right there. Kind of do that type of thing. Kind of, ooh, thank you for focusing so abruptly, Mr. Camera. We'll do the same thing right here. We want these a little sharper. Will you please relax, camera? I mean, really, you don't have to give a hissy fit about stuff. I appreciate you working. Kind of relax a little bit and don't focus every half a second. I hate to have to turn you off. I'm probably going to have to at some point. Thinking that should be just like that right there. And maybe we'll put a tiny ridge, nice like a bright ridge right here. Just a little something on the edge. Yeah, we'll go back into that dark color. I didn't really clean the brush. I haven't made enough of that dark color to say so. I'm going to go a little bit lighter because I'm a little bit closer over here. And we'll kind of just do that. Type of deal in there. Maybe drop a little something right in there like that. A nice dark line up there. Go ahead and grab a little bit of that white mixed in with that blue color we got all over the place. Hey, Jim. And kind of bring that out like that. Kind of get that over there. I'm gonna have to turn off the autofocus. That's obvious. I do not know if it will allow me to while I'm live. Because that's driving me crazy. I don't know about you guys. Let's just kind of pull this down. Just a little bit of the light blue, a little bit of white. That's a lot of bit of white. Got a little bit more white in there, I think, right here. Oh, let's see. I'm going to skip that one just a little bit. We'll do it on this one right here. A little bit of white right in here. A little lighter color. Hey, Bree, how are you? Same to you. You're having a good day so far? You have at least one cup of coffee in you. Oh, I thought he was talking to me. Jeez. I am totally heartbroken. I cannot believe you'd ignore me like that. Go a little dark right in there. Kind of bring that down in there like that. I don't know. Let's just kind of bring a little bit of that down in here too. You don't let those too crazy up there. We'll just kind of knock these down a little bit. Just want that color. We don't necessarily need the shapes right here. You know? Kind of looks like there's a whole lot of stuff going on right there. That's what we want. We want to be able to. You don't need to paint every single solitary part. Every single piece doesn't need to be put in. Sometimes just giving the illusion that they're there is just as strong as putting in the whole piece. Hi, Jessica. Just kind of slap a couple of these in here, you know. Go back in. We don't want to just neglect all this over here. Just because it's on the other side of the world for me to paint. We don't want to just kind of phone it in over here. Thank you. Let's grab a little white. Yeah, let's just kind of tap that in right here. Can even go ahead and put some right in here if we want to. We don't need a lot of fancy colors up there. You know, we just need a little something to make it look like there's a whole lot going on, you know. Just get that dark right back right there. Oh, kind of bring that over there like that, up there, kind of going there. Thank you. So we're good there. Let's grab our brush while it's still wet and kind of paint up. Go ahead and grab some of that light blue and some of that white. Sure, why not? Grab some medium. Maybe keep that paint wet for just a couple more minutes. I'm using craft white today because I'm too lazy to open a tube of titanium. So I had to refill my white, and I said, you know what? I'll just go ahead and use that. Just kind of bring that in there like that. Ooh, we don't like that spot. Never thinks about me. Gonna go into that brown blue mixture I have, but I'm gonna throw just a tiniest touch of green in it. Not a lot of green, just a little tiny bit of green. Because I want my trees to start way down here. No. We'll just kind of ease these down in here. I'm going to wipe a little bit of that paint off so I can kind of spread out that blobby I just made. I didn't mean to hit that blob in there. It came off my brush the wrong way, but that's okay. Just need the tops. We don't need to make the whole thing look like a perfect forest. It's in the distance, you know. You're not going to really tell it. You just really what you're seeing is the tops of those trees. That's really what you need to see. You can really just black out the whole bottom and that won't even take care. Hey, Anthony. Thanks. At least you didn't come in last night and say that about my flowers. Well, they were horrendous. I was having total issues. We'll put a little white in there. So we've got all that. Now I'm just going to just touch the top of my brush. I know usually I put these in last, but you know what? Let's put them in now so we don't forget. Are we guessing that he's waving? Of course, this woman in my head just said it about 90 times. And we'll put a little bit of right in here, like got some pretty highly white trees, you know, snowy. There's a blob right there. A blob, we just need the color. So we've got a group pool of trees right there. See? Let's go with it. No, you're not bothering me, Anthony. okay. No, that's not bothering me. I'm just giving you a hard time. Nah, that doesn't faze me. I've heard her so often, Anthony, I don't even pay attention to her really a whole lot. I mean, I still listen, but it's like, yeah, she just talks, and I catch what she says enough that I can have a conversation, and I focus on what I'm doing a little bit. And you can tell what days that I'm more focused on what she's saying when I totally forget where I'm going. So we've got trees there. I don't think I want to go up too much more with them. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Too much more with them. Because I'm going to put a bigger tree over here. Not a ton of big tree. Not a huge tree. But a little bit of a tree. I think I want just a little more color across that area though. It's a little closer to me now, so I'm going to go with a little bigger brush. Still going in with that brown, the umber, and touch of green, and I'm still using my blue, my primary blue. Just going to add a pinch, a tiny pinch of raw sienna, just because I want to be able to put this right in here, and it's a bigger brush. I don't want to go too much bigger, but I don't want to spend 6 years trying to paint something either. So we're going to kind of just do this number. And I still want them to go that way. I don't want them to lean that way. Which is a lot to tell your brain to do sometimes. And you don't want them to lean that way. I mean, I think there's this happy medium between one extreme or the other, you know. And we'll go ahead and put a little bit lighter color right in here. Wipe that brush off. Okay, bring that in over here. And I'll go really dark. I'm actually going to add a micro touch of black. Actually, yeah, it's black. Because I want just a couple. Should turn my color really like a deep green, because it's Mars black. So it's got that little bit of a yellow tint of the other stuff. Yeah, we get a little green in there. And kind of just a couple maybe right in here like that. So we don't want to just look like a pile of something sitting there. Now I'm going to grab that white, kind of blue-white color I was playing with earlier. It's white, but my brush was dirty, so we got a little kind of tint of blue to it. And I'm good with that, because that way I can kind of start blending my bottom out right here. Just my bottom. A little bit more. That light blue. And I'll go a little bit farther up in. I'll stretch it on down. This one's going to go up just a little higher into my mountain. Oops, that was a dark spot I must have picked up off my brush. That's okay. I'm going to go more white, less blue. I get farther down here. And we'll start kind of stretching it out. We get it. Going now, we can go back in and plop in some of those little highlights in the tops here. And I know that there's no trees right here, but go ahead and toss a couple in there because maybe that tree's just you can't see the bottom of it and you can see just the top. Don't be afeared. You know? That type of thing. And I just put a couple up and higher up in right here. And kind of knock out those two little high bright spots a little bit. A little bit too bright for me. They were kind of making my head work. Then I just want to add one little dark spot back in right here to make it a little taller. So I want my size to be right. So now I gotta go with the dark down in there. Gotta go with the dark down in there. Let's try that again. Let's go with the dark down in there. Yep, there we go. So I want it to kind of fade out right here. There is paint here. This isn't just a white spot. But I kind of want it to disappear into white over there. Like this whole section. I wanted it to kind of fade out into. I'm going to add just a tiniest touch of white up in my clouds here. Hopefully I don't mess it up with this brush. I should switch to a different brush. I really should. Don't ask me if I'm going to. Probably not. Just a tiny puff of scratched in white right there. Just a little poof. Maybe we'll do one more poof. Somewhere around in here. And we'll scratch that in. Keep scratching it in. Make those little cloud puffies just kind of be there. They're there. You can see them. No, we're good. We're good. Now, I've been putting in these huge trees and stuff. I'm going to put in a tree today, but it's not going to be like this massive tree. It's not going to be above my mountains. It's actually only going to be like this tall. I'm going to go a little bit dark. So I'm going to put in some blue. Just a touch of black and white. Because we're going to go just a little gray. I actually want to add the tiniest touch of bright green to it. Because it'll give me kind of this gray color with a tint of green. I'm not going to go too high. I want it to look like you're on another section of, like lower section, but still on a section. I'm probably wrong for doing this, but I'm doing it anyway. Telephone pole. Yeah, I know. Telephone pole. It happens sometimes. Let's figure out what we did with our paintbrush we just had in our hands 2 minutes ago. That's not it. What did I do? Throw it over here? Of course I did. Okay, touch of green. I'm going to go into almost the same type of color. Pretty dark color. Just a bit more green in it. Well, I haven't used this brush in like a year to paint a tree, so hopefully it works. It's a pretty tired brush. It's got a lot of frayed edges on it. It's a little wet right there. Must be that medium kind of look right over there. That's alright. We can darken that up if we need to after. And it's going to be same, pretty much the same size all the way down. Yeah. Let's add another one. Gonna get my brush a little clean. Go back into that same darker color. I think I want him to be right here next to him, just not quite as tall. Just made that a little thick. Oh well, I guess we'll go up just a hair more then. Oh, those are going to be almost the same size. So we'll add a top to that one. I don't really want the same size if I can help it. Get that color kind of sort of the same, but a little different. It's got a little bit too much blue in it. A little bit too much blue, so I just a touch of the bright green. Kind of get that down to the color I'm looking for. Trying to stay away from that black this time. Have more of a umber. More umber in it then. Oh yeah, we'll just kinda. Oh, brush is upside down. Hey Alicia, how are you? We'll kind of just have fun. Oh, I'm okay. They kind of sort of wanted to plug me back in, and I did not be interested right now in that. You want to use to kind of do that type of deal. Those trees are almost identical in height, which is kind of really going to bother me. So I'll take that little brush and we'll just kind of whatever, you know. We'll slap in one more maybe. Yeah, just a small one, like right here. I know it looks probably all wrong, but that's okay. It's what I want, so that's what I'm going to do. And we'll just use a shorter one, so he is going to be a tad bit light for a second until I can get that color back to where I want. And maybe we'll even grab some of that light color while we're sitting here with it. Oh, what do you think? Yeah, maybe something. That's all I'm doing, just slapping them in. I'm not overthinking them, that's for sure. We're not overthinking. Oops, we did overthink that color. Got a little bit of bright on that one. That's okay. We'll just kind of puff it in there. Yeah, like that. We'll just, whatever it is. A little changing flavor over there. Yeah, well, just sure, why not, right? That one's kind of hidden behind the other tree, so we don't really want to put too much in that. Let's grab dark. That little tree is pretty much behind these. So he's just going to get kind of put in here, and he's just a little dude anyway. He's hidden in the shadows under here. Maybe he's got just a sprinkle of color over here on this side. Because that other side's in the shadow behind that other tree. And realistically, I mean, yeah, okay, maybe I'll do it. It just I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we'll do it. I really kind of sort of need a what? Don't confuse me. We'll just kind of bring in a little green. And just a tiny bit more green over here. And, the other side's already kind of bright. We really wouldn't see much of it. Maybe we catch a peek of it like here and there. Coming through that side of the tree. It's kind of weird to paint, I don't really want too much. And we'll go a little darker right in here. Like right in here, we're just gonna put a couple little somethings. That type of deal. So that's kind of the look I was going for. We're going to add a little bit of something between that tree right there because of that blank spot. I still like the fact that it's kind of bright right there. Thank you. Yeah, let's just get lucky. Yeah, let's maybe just throw this one in here. And maybe like that. Now you can't really see these, but they're there. Gonna have that one tree that just doesn't quite make the cut all year, It's like, yeah, I'm here. Please let me get some color. Nope, Nope, sorry, you're gonna end up being nothing but skin and bones. And maybe we'll put a couple like right in here. That type of deal. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this morning's painting. We did it earlier than usual. You know, I'll pull some tape off it and take a peek and see what we got. Right after we get the paint off our paintbrush. Thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Sonia's on tonight. Made a total mess of my paintbrush. Needs a cow. No, I don't think so. I don't think I could put a cow in there. But it has a bird. Let's shut that. This is going to be like a two-part peeling tape here. Because I kind of got this tape in. See if we can get it off without dropping everything. Nope, probably not. Our birds are frozen. Hey, Mr. Marvel, how are you? I'm not putting a koala in it anyway. Oops, threw that right on the floor. No, it's okay. We don't need any more cows. We're done with the cows. I spent enough time with cows. I don't need cows. Thank you. I've had my clothes smell like that so long. I'm just happy that they don't. But there we go. That's what we have for the day. Nothing fancy. You guys cannot see the bottom, can you? Is it like that? Let's bring that down just a tiny bit. There we go. I guess that tree in the corner coming in, that worked. You know, that's okay. That kind of closes it, brings that painting so you're up on a different mountain looking over, you know. So you're basically up in this mountain over here and looking down the valley. So it's a big giant valley. This is in my head. I don't know what's there. I don't know why it's there, but I wanted to create it today, so that's what we've come up with. It's not a flower, but thank you, Shane. And yeah, it's a lot of blue, but it's, you know, it's actually not. It's got a lot of browns and grays and greens and yellows. Thank you. I think. So everybody be safe, be careful wherever you are. The world is a little bit of a turmoil right now, and I hate to see anyone get hurt. So please be careful if you travel. And not just in Europe, I mean anywhere. Just be careful. There's a lot of stress in the world right now, and we just need to kind of relax and step back and actually smell those flowers once in a while. But we'll go harass Sonya later, and I hope you guys had a good time. And we'll see you tomorrow. Chances are I'll see some of you later, bothering you. But stay cool, stay warm, stay safe. Much peace. Okay, don't confuse me, Alicia. The brain's barely functioning here.